po ang records ng
Opo.
GMA. Ano po yung records na yun?
Under 9615, the network has to submit within 5 days, no, yung mga advertising contracts. Yung time na kinoconsider namin yung MOA ng GMA, wala pang sinasubmit na contract yung GMA sa advertising.
Paso na po nun yung 5 days?
Lampas 5 days na, no? So, ang ano ko is until GMA starts complying with 9615, then to defer any action on the MOA.
Ano pong connection ng call ad sa server?
Ang sa akin po, if you're not complying with the law, why will we also accommodate you, no? Yun lang, ganun lang kasimple.
But you also mentioned, sir, a while ago that nakumpleto rin naman ng GMA.
Ay, nakompleto, nag-submit na rin sila on March 18, the advertising contracts. And what we did was, yesterday when we finally took up the letter of the GMA, I submitted a letter recommending that to provide a workstation for GMA.
So, you gave a recommendation.
Yes.
How will that affect yung dito? Kakabit ba kami sa Rappler?
Yes.
That's your recommendation.
I don't know if the NBank will approve that, no? So that's my recommendation.
Sir, did you consider that Rappler might go into a MOA with, like, say, TV5 or another TV network?
Part of the consideration sa MOA is that Rappler has to get the consent of the COMELEC before it can enter to any MOA with any agency. So,
Sir,
subject to regulation and the guidelines that will be issued. Actually, ang gagawin namin after the signing is we'll sit down, we'll prepare the guidelines. Not only for the Rappler mirror server, but also for the transparency server, which includes KBP, PPCRB, LP, UNA.
Sir, can you give us a chronological account of what happened? Kasi you mentioned kanina that ABS was first.
ABS first wrote us a letter.
Anong date?
I don't recall. We met with
Was it this year?
Sari Villa. No, last year pa.
December?
Mga June pa. Part of the letter was development of the app, which includes the access of election results. No, so if you reckon, if the issue is election results, yun talaga yung reckoning point, no?
Did ABS request for its own transparency server?
Hindi po.
Just an application.
To access results. No.
Pero hindi request to have its own server.
Hindi po.
And then after
That,
ABS,
Rappler also made the presentation to provide for to obtain election results. No?
when was
Again,
that?
siguro mga August yon. If again results no server. They were not requesting for a server. Then I was tasked by the NBank to come up with the idea because under Section 19 of 9369, there were only number of parties that are allowed access. No? Yun yung dominant majority, dominant minority, Citizens Arm at saka KBP. No? So how can we provide to other outlets that who are not among the four? No? So ang sa akin was I came up with the idea of coming up with a redundancy server. Yun yung natatawag na basically there's no transmission coming inside that server. It's just clones whatever is contained in the transparency server, and that's what we can make the avenue to provide for other networks, no. So yun, no. And December yun we received a letter from we met with GMA and they then during the succeeding meetings earlier this year.
Ano po yung request?
Requested GMA also about an app
Hindi po server.
results. Wala namang request for server doon eh. It's for app results. Marami silang No, actually they wanted access to the central server namin, no. But sa amin is we never allow any third party to access to the central server. No, because yun eh, integrity ng data namin, no. So yun, no. So we discussed, I broached the idea, what if you put up kasi ang sa amin wala kaming budget for putting up another server. So whoever gets the mirror server will have to come up with the equipment. Diba? Just to prepare the parties, we were fair. We provided Rappler, we provided GMA, copies of the specs na kung itong server, it could accommodate other networks, kailangan ganito ang kalakas. No? Kaya we provided the specs to...
Nung binigay niyo po yung specs, wala pong requirement na purchase this ASAP
No.
because it's a requirement in giving you
No.
the MOA.
Kasi even the idea of putting a mirror server, kailangan approval ng NBank. No? So, parang bakit naman bibilihin nyo kung hindi pa na-approve ng NBank? No?
But since you're the point person here, sir, what was your recommendation to the NBank and when did you make this recommendation?
Siguro po latter part of Feb, nag-submit ako ng recommendation. Was to yun nga, yun sa GMA. Kasi nag-start na yung election, yung campaign period for senators, pero wala pa kami natatanggap na contracts from GMA, no? But yung other networks, nag-submit na, no? So, yun, no? So, we wanted you to comply.
Mm-mm. Na-call naman yung attention ba ng GMA doon?
Buti na lang,
Or was-
before we, part of that was to call the attention, the recommendation, aside from deferring, was to call the attention, no? But before we could do it, bigla nag-submit sila, no? So, para sa amin, naging moot yung issue. Oh.
Tapos ang recommendation nyo sa NBank, kung kanino ibibigay yung server was made when, and ano yung recommendation nyo?
Yung
Was it to give
yung
it to Rappler?
unang sa discussions with Rappler and GMA was that there will be two data centers, two redundancy servers. So yun yung isang pinag-usapan. But we were informed by ITD yung issue na magiging data center ang transparency, no? Kasi malalagay siya katabi sa transparency, no? So meron siyang research, tapos nakausap ko yung PPCRB. They're concerned about the electrical load at saka yung size ng ano pag masyadong maraming servers ilalagay, no? So yun. Oh.
So ang recommendation nyo was to
Ah,
give it to...
To give it to Rappler kasi wala namang issue sa amin eh. Oh.
If... Why Rappler, sir?
Una, okay, aside from those considerations, no, we don't also want to be dragged to a network war, no, because ABS-CBN has also been requesting for us for that, no. So parang kung pabigyan namin yung GMA, kailangan namin pabigyan din yung ABS para sabihin wala kaming no. So we wanted to go to a very neutral network. Network or media outlet.
Pero sir, meron din namang competitors ang Rappler, it being a website, because we also have websites.
Yes, I know.
Meron ding
Pero
other
sa amin,
websites.
if you look at the yung core business, it's really the TV stations, no. So we don't want to be dragged to that. No.
Sir, sabi ni Chair that this MOA is not yet final.
Yes,
it's
no.
just subject to amendment.
Ang sa akin, ayun ko alam. Sinabit ko yung recommendation ko yesterday. Depende. I mean, tomorrow, take up daw namin. So, yun. No. Doon, tanong na lang kayo after, siguro by 12 o'clock, we'll have kung ano yung voting.
Update.
Sige. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.